Hey, look, now I just want to make sure I get something clear here. If I say that I like Marvel movies, it doesn't necessarily mean I don't like DC movies. If I say I don't like DC movies, of course I could also still say that I like DC movies. But I actually appreciate both DC and Marvel movies. I just appreciate Marvel's movies better. Does that make sense?
No one really appreciates DC movies. Get out of here.
Whatever. What is going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night. It is a little after 8 o'clock Central Time, which means it's time for the tagline. We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Robert Adams.
I am Chris Adams.
I come in with like the rage of On Fire, like the Micro Machines FedEx guy from like the 80s. You come in like, hi, I'm Chris.
I am in pain and tired.
Oh, I completely understand that. Yeah. Got a lot of fun things to talk about tonight. Let's get this show going.
It's true. All of it.
All of it is fun. All of it is going to be a good time.
No. I was doing a Star Wars quote there.
Oh, yeah. Wait, why are we quoting Star Wars? Is Star Wars something important right now? Maybe. Who knows? Whatever. You guys know the YouTube stuff that we got to take out real quick in the beginning here. Streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. If you have a question, comment, issue, you want to complain about something, speak to our parents, I don't know. Streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. Let them know that they raise like really good kids. I don't know. No one ever does that. Or at least one of them. Yeah. If only they taught us how to Twitter properly, that would be great. Anyways, also, if you would like to help us out, patreon.com/cinefanatics. If you find yourself in a financial position to where you are able to help and support people who you like and you like us, that would be a good place to support us. Patreon.com/cinefanatics. We don't have anything coming up pretty soon. I think
Patreon? No.
Yeah, we've knocked out the movie trivia and the watch along for this month. Yeah, nothing else coming up. So be on the lookout for updates as to what's coming next month on Patreon. Let's talk about what we've got coming up pretty soon. Tomorrow, we are going to get to see Top Gun Maverick. I'm super excited for that because everybody and their mom, their cat, their dog, their lizard, their flea circus, they all love Top Gun Maverick.
They've all already seen it, and they all absolutely love it.
Yeah, they've all already seen it. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to this movie. This looks like it's going to be a fun one, especially because I didn't get to see Top Gun in the theater. Neither did you, because you weren't born yet.
That is correct.
So I'm looking forward to seeing this because I bet it's going to be awesome on the big screen. Kick back, relax in the seat. So what that means is shortly thereafter, be on the lookout for our quick 2-minute fresh out of the theater review. We'll drop it on Twitter and post it up on YouTube here as well. So just be on the lookout for that. Spoiler free, of course. And then following that up, this coming Saturday.
Spoilers, they're flying planes.
Yeah, okay. This coming Saturday, the 28th at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, we will be doing The Marquee, covering Tom Cruise action movies with our special guest this time will be a Mr. PJ Campbell. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun talking about these because PJ is someone who I've wanted to get on a marquee for a while. I know he popped in during the Halloween back in October when we were first starting marquee episodes. Briefly, he popped in on there. Yeah, but he's an encyclopedia, a walking encyclopedia of knowledge. Of course, one of the head writers for the movie trivia Schmodown. So this is a person who knows what they're talking about when it comes to movies, and I definitely respect his opinion, and especially his opinion of certain Joe Johnston movies in the early 90s that have Rocketeers in them. So that would be The Rocketeer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was lost for a second. I was like, Jurassic Park 3 didn't have a Rocketeer in it.
Yeah. Anyway, so looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun talking to him about Tom Cruise movies. So Garth in here with the brag. I saw Top Gun in theaters. Yeah. I could have, but just as a kid, like, what was it? I was probably like, what, 5? If there's no like cartoon characters or like He-Man or DC comic characters at that time, I didn't want to care or go see it. So
not have been a movie that you would have interested you at that time.
No.
I obviously would have been, if you were 5, I was -3 years old.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what we've got coming up. So make sure you join us Saturday for that. I love how the marquees have been going. That has been like, that show has been doing very well. A lot more people watching, interacting, input. If you are a part of our Patreon, we are starting something new that we are going to put the actual list of movies that we're ranking up there. So if you are a part of our Patreon right now, you could see exactly what movies we're going to be talking about on Saturday. So therefore, if you want to watch them, if you haven't seen some of those movies, you can watch it. That way you in the chat can also have an opinion, chime in. I know like sometimes we're hit or miss on getting the opinions of the chat just because there's so much stuff to juggle while doing the show. I am making an actual effort to incorporate the chat a little bit more. And I've got like every time we do the marquee, I feel like we find things that we could do to improve the show after show. So I've got a couple of things we're doing this Saturday that I feel like should really help with the show.
None of which includes allowing any more than a certain number in the S tier. That's the show. Get used to it.
Yeah, we can't put every movie in S tier or whatever. Otherwise, that S tier becomes worthless. It's kind of like that. What's that old joke?
Therefore, the entire tier list becomes worthless.
Yeah, I think it was in Batman Hush. They referenced the joke, "What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence?" And they're saying, well, that joke is worthless. Everybody knows it. Kind of the same idea. If we put every movie in S tier becomes worthless. So we need to make sure we're ranking these and putting true value, not the hardware store, but true value onto these movies. Yeah, there was a reference. Garth is the one who got that reference. I'm willing to bet no one else understands that.
I need to introduce you to TikTok so you can make some more culturally relevant references.
What's that Lizzo song that you were showing me the other day? That was so funny. Anyways.
In a minute, I'm going to need this guy to...
Oh, that's great. Anyways. Yeah, that's what we've got coming up. So a lot of fun on Saturday. Personal stuff. How have you been, Chris?
I got beat up at physical therapy yesterday. And by beat up, so I shared this on stream. Garth even made a clip of it. After I got worked on, the physical therapist had me go lay down on a foam roller. So it went up my spine, just laid down on it. And then I did snow angels. Snow angels, which stretched out right in here and all up in here. And it hurt like hell.
I think I've seen that before, but
just counterproductive to the angel part of the snow angel. But, you know, it is what it is. So that was yesterday. Other stuff going on is I'm ramping up to have some fun on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ChrisAdamsMLP. We're going to be starting a new old game on Monday. So I got my Nintendo Wii working, and we're going to be playing Metroid Prime over there. Throwback. So getting all kinds of fun stuff, graphics and everything ready for that too. So I've been having a lot of fun with the graphics work on the channel now that I've actually started doing it. So we got some cool emotes and stuff going, and I'm excited.
It's one of the things, like I'll say, as someone who, as people who are like to be creative like that, it's a lot of fun, like sitting here working on graphics and stuff, like put on some music, have a nice like drink or something, a glass of wine if you're into, I'm not really a wine person, but have a nice drink, relax, work on some graphics. I love doing that. That's a lot of fun.
I want some wine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a wine person, but it's just, I just don't drink wine that often. I haven't had it in a while. That actually probably would be pretty nice, but
I like a nice Moscato. It's sweet and tastes like juice.
Oh no, you like a nice Riesling is what you're trying to say.
What I like is my alcohol that tastes dangerous.
Like juice.
like juice, basically. I want it to be a sweet drink. Like I love the frozen margaritas and the pina coladas and all that, and it just yeah.
I want it to taste dangerous. So you want to drink straight Everclear?
No, not that kind of dangerous. Not that kind of dangerous.
Have you ever had straight Everclear?
I don't need to taste like I'm putting hair on my chest.
We are going to talk about that clip in a little while, but
oh my God.
I love that clip.
We need a soundboard.
I know. Freaking don't have my thing where I can hit the buttons.
Hey, that's really dumb. Thor, what do you think about that? Yes. What's even better is that I imagine that once the movie is available publicly for home viewing and everything, it'll be easier to get a nice cleaner sounding clip as well.
Yeah, because this one unfortunately still has like the very beginning of that clip has whatever that pounding from the music that was playing like right as he's like or whatever.
Now watch that scene not be in the movie and then therefore
and that just that's the only way to get it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways. Personal stuff. Really haven't had anything for the most part. I've just been super busy just trying to catch up on a lot of things.
Life.
I do want to very briefly talk about this. I don't know what words to say. And Chris, my brother's over here like terrified now as to where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I don't trust the damn thing comes out of your mouth at this point.
After today,
nope.
I just wanted to mention like the incident that happened yesterday in Uvalde. Our prayers, our thoughts are with the loved ones of, I believe it was 19 children, 2 teachers. It's the biggest tragedy that has happened in Texas. And this one I bring up just because Uvalde is right outside of San Antonio. San Antonio is about an hour and a half from where we're at. So, I mean, this is as close to being in our backyard as we've ever experienced like this. So not saying that the rest of them don't matter because they're nowhere near us, but yeah, just this is really heartbreaking. Something needs to be done. I'm not going to get into that because apparently I've already done that enough on Twitter. But yeah, our thoughts, prayers, feelings go with the family members, everyone involved in this. So
this happened while I was like streaming yesterday too. So I wasn't like up on Twitter. I wasn't seeing news. I wasn't seeing anything. I was just streaming. I was in my own world, obviously. When I hopped off the stream, I looked into it and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So yeah, since then I've been like in my own bubble over here going, I'm just feeling levels of depression. I'm like, why does this keep happening? Why did this keep going on? Why can we not solve the problems and get this taken care of and stop this nonsense? So yeah, it's same. What you said, same.
I would say, yeah, I was working and I happened to see like Twitter, and the first thing I saw on Twitter that had anything to do with this was Chris Evans' tweet where he was just like, fucking enough.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was like, what happened? And then immediately look at some news website. I'm like, oh, geez. So
yeah.
Anyways, don't have answers. Don't have any direction on where to go from there in regards to that. Just all I can do is continue to like have prayers, thoughts, hope for the best.
Yeah. If we were in the position to write the laws, that'd be one thing, but we can't offer anything but just well wishes. Our thoughts are with the families, and that's it. Obviously, like Garth says, new laws will change that. Yeah. Someone wrangle these politicians to get some laws in and get these laws taken care of. If politicians are just saying thoughts and prayers, they can go bite it. But the rest of us can't do anything about laws other than vote for people who will make laws. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when something like this happens, I mean, you feel kind of helpless because I mean, essentially, like what I see Garth, Tyler, Jeremy. I mean, what can you do? I don't have any influence over anything. I mean, even just running a YouTube channel, I don't have influence on here. You're coming to me because you want to hear me talk about movies. Hopefully, make some jokes. That's it. I don't have any control or power to do anything. So I don't know what else to do except thoughts and prayers. So, anyways, we will continue to do what we can in regards to that and move on with the show. So, new movies over the past week. What have we all seen? So me and Chris, or here we'll talk about that one together, kind of. Last night, was it last night? Yeah, last night I watched The Last Samurai for the first time.
Blurring together all the days.
Yeah, geez, seriously. What's funny is like Tuesday's my Friday at work because I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and I actually had someone yesterday. Yeah, someone yesterday just accidentally, they didn't realize what they were saying. They're like, well, at the end of the call, they're like, well, thanks for have a great weekend. Like they just told me to have a great weekend. I was like, it actually is my weekend. Go figure. It's kind of nice, but
you too. Oh,
yeah.
have a safe flight. You too.
Anyways, so I did watch Last Samurai last night. Really liked that movie. That was good. Good movie. So eager to see where that's going to wind up on my list when we tier rank them. The other new movie that we've both watched over this past week, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. That movie was delightful.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing, like I was hard on that movie going into it just because I was the perfect age for watching the cartoon in the early 90s. And I was a little bit miffed that they're not doing just a direct, like I wanted to see them just do an actual episode, a long form episode of Rescue Rangers. And they didn't do that. They did this whole meta thing. And I was like, I don't want to see a meta thing. I want to see this. They did a meta thing. It was good. They did the meta properly. So I did enjoy it. I still would have liked to see a regular Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers movie also, but the meta stuff was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It felt like a very spiritual successor to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which, you know, I'm always down for something like that where you get just a cross-contamination of all kinds of characters. That was a lot of alliteration right there. It was good. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. They did some really fun stuff, some really funny stuff with it. Yeah, as Garth is saying, the mix of styles, the hand drawn, the painted CGI claymation. Yeah, they really just. I feel like the movie was in a way a love letter to animation as a whole, which is, you know, not what I necessarily expected out of a Chip 'n Dale movie, but at the same time, you know, it's cool to see a movie like that, especially when we're talking about like a world where people are like criticizing animation as not true artistic film or whatever. The dumbest stuff I've heard on Twitter, I swear. Twitter is a cesspool. But you know, being able to see that kind of stuff happen and be appreciated, I thought it was good. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's for me, it's not necessarily a movie that I think I'll probably revisit necessarily at any given point, but I know on this viewing, I enjoyed it for what it was. I think I also saw a lot of people talking about whether or not it would have been like number one in the box office or whatever if it had been released into theaters. We're talking about having been on Doctor Strange's third week and there wasn't really any other competition. And I'm saying, yeah, actually, this movie probably would have done very well if they had marketed it towards being in the theaters, done the proper marketing for it essentially, and put it out in theaters. I think this movie probably would have maybe beaten Doctor Strange, as Doctor Strange was in its third week. But I don't know what the point of that conversation really would be, considering they're both Disney and it doesn't really matter. Disney wins either way. But yeah, you know,
even if a DC movie's in the theater, Disney wins.
At this point, I mean, kind of. Batman was in Chippendale.
Wasn't Chippendale? Yeah. Oh yeah, that is so weird. Yeah, was it Batman versus E.T.?
I love that they did Ben Affleck's Batman movie before Warner Brothers did Ben Affleck's Batman movie.
It's great. Anyways, so it's oh yeah, watched an older. I finished Gone with on side note, completely unrelated.
I'm gonna call shenanigans on that unrelated. I think it's very much related.
Yeah, because the opinion of the movie came from the fact that you watched the movie. So
we don't have to dissect this and break it down.
Lego's like, oh my god, guys, just
let me analyze how exactly Lego just lied there.
It's a rough movie to watch, not just because of the subject matter, but because it's a 4-hour long movie. It is very slow paced. The story can be interesting if you can force yourself into focusing on it. Which I think that's where it loses a lot of people, not just in like the ADHD range, but just in general. Especially because you'll also, of course, get the people that are like, I don't want to watch it. It's an old movie. I want to watch an old movie. But cinematography of that movie is gorgeous. The music is fantastic. It's really, I think it was a very well done, well made movie. But yeah, it's not one I'm eager to go back and watch either.
Yeah.
Chris was adopted from the Damons. I mean, probably. That wouldn't surprise me. He did become the most knowledgeable of Star Wars between the two of us. So
I feel it's funny though. Every time I see Alex Damon now, we always do the brother, some form of that, and it's like is this true? Is this our true lore now? This is
your life now? Yeah,
I know. For me and Alex Damon,
for a second there, y'all were both kind of like heard the joke already. Plenty of times, plenty of people make the joke, but.
And Chris, why are you rolling your eyes? It should be a blessing for you to be related to Alex Damon. Sure. I guess.
Why? Because that's better than being related to me?
Let me lie? What? No.
Oh, wait. That deserves the...
I'm never gonna get tired of
that. Anyways,
so Jeremy said that he watched Rise of Skywalker again, even though it has very little to do with Obi-Wan. It's true. Nice to catch up on all Star Wars. I mean, it's Star Wars Celebration Weekend. We're probably going to talk about Star Wars here in a little bit.
Well, probably. That's on the effing thumbnail. We're going to be talking about Star Wars.
And then the Mission Impossible is going to try to watch the other ones before Saturday. Yeah, so I just watched Fallout again last night.
I was watching Fallout earlier, and I had to stop so we could do the show. So I'll continue watching Fallout after we're done.
Fallout and Ghost Protocol might be my favorite. Spoilers for Saturday as to where they're going to rank in regards to the other Mission Impossible movies, but Fallout and Ghost Protocol might be my two favorite of the Mission Impossible movies.
Ghost Protocol is going to rank high. I know that one.
I feel like every time we say something is high, I feel like we need to have the K2SO clip. Can I tell you the probability that she's going to use that gun against us? It's high. It's very high.
Yeah. Anyways,
that's what we need for Marquee is sound bites that we can use for that. Where are we ranking this? K2SO. High. Very high.
I might get that before, so. Anyways, I think that covers it for movies watched and everything. Do we want to get into some movie news?
Are we there already?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is what's happening in your world tonight.
We apologize for the interruption.
Back to you.
All right. This is not going to get overused at all. Okay.
It's like that trailer came out and I was like, I've got a new toy.
Exactly. Where is it? I want to click on it too sometime. There it is. Okay. So we got box office, guys, as usual.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is still number one.
Yeah, okay, I figured.
All right, this has been your box office now. Doctor Strange is still number one. Made another 32 million this last weekend. So, that thing's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to probably hang out in that top 10 for quite a while since it hasn't moved from number one. Number two, however, is a new release this weekend. It is Downton Abbey, A New Era.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me Men made number two. I was like, really?
No, it didn't make number two. So Downton Abbey, A New Era, new release at number two is 16 million. The Bad Guys sliding down finally to the number 3 spot.
I keep forgetting that movie exists.
Hey, well, people haven't been because they've been seeing it apparently because there hasn't been anything else to see other than that in Doctor Strange. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Here's what's fun. So Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has dropped from number 3 to number 4 this week. But also, keep in mind now, it is available on Paramount Plus to watch as well. So if you want to catch Sonic 2 and you weren't able to catch it in the theater, you can now catch it on Paramount Plus. There you go.
Although it's Sonic, so you're probably not going to be able to catch him at all.
Exactly. Yep. Nailed it. Number 5 in the box office this weekend are Men. Sorry, is Men. Excuse me. Get it?
My men. I don't know.
Wow.
That's what it sounded like for a second there.
I would say it's a very old reference, but that's more of a Scrubs reference at this point than anything else.
Yeah.
For you. So yeah, number 5 is Men, which unfortunately that means the movie that's been sitting at number 5 for the past several weeks and hanging out in that spot has been bumped down to number 6. And that is Everything Everywhere All at Once. One A24 movie took over the other A24 movie, apparently.
And also this past week, Everything Everywhere All at Once became the highest grossing A24 movie. So good job, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Good job on that. That's a good movie.
Good job, gang. We did it. We got Everything Everywhere.
Everyone cheers that on like we all get like financial kickbacks from that or something. Like I don't.
I was trying to get to some level of this kind of a joke somewhere. I knew it was in there somewhere. Men are usually in the top 5 at the box office for better or for worse. Damn, Men. Anyway, number 7 is Firestarter. Pretty sure that came out last weekend.
Yeah.
And it's already almost made its way out of the top 10. So there you go.
Did you see the clip of the girl that is in that movie? I guess she guest starred on Drew Barrymore's talk show. So there's the clip of her coming out and meeting Drew Barrymore, and just both of them are just bawling because it's the 2 Firestarter kids.
I have not seen that clip. That sounds wholesome as hell.
It is. It's really cute.
If you think about it, is hell really wholesome? No, okay, we're not going to get into that.
Nope.
Number 8, we've got Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Number 9 is The Lost City. Again, also available, I believe, on Paramount Plus. So it's cool to see that movie still kind of hanging out in the top 10, despite having been available for a little while now for home viewing. Theaters are dying. No, they're not. Number 10 is The Northman. So that's rounding out your top 10 there, which does mean The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which was 10 last week, is now number 12.
Oh, that's
and that also means, as we like to keep track of it, that at number 17 is Morbius. This is why I made the comment that I was looking for the video earlier, because I was already setting up for my own damn joke, you fuck. Let me do my thing.
Oh, that's so much fun. Anyways.
Use the private chat next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a joke. Don't touch anything. Oh, Ambulance fell below Morbius. What the hell? Yeah, it's not in the top 10. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the box office, y'all.
Yeah. What's going to be number 1 next weekend? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out, though, because we'll learn together and not before Tagline next week.
Could hazard a pretty good guess as to what's going to be number
Nobody's going to know before we broadcast it on Tagline next week.
What's going to be the top of the box office next week?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Hey, so real quick, did you hear about this news story that that is going around?
No, what news story?
It's time for your Barbie watch. I'm sorry I didn't turn the volume down on that clip yet. I hope you're all awake now. The Barbie watch this week. Dua Lipa and Saoirse Ronan have joined the cast of Barbie. This has been your Barbie watch. I did shorten the length of that clip though, so
yeah,
it didn't stick around as long. Anyway,
we didn't need to spend half this episode with Garth getting epileptic seizures. So
yeah, I hope everything's okay with that. You know, everyone's fine. It's okay. I changed it up a little bit. Not as much flashing this time. You know. Anyway.
All right. So moving on to actual real news, which is funny because that actually was real news, but whatever. What?
That actually was real news.
That thing's already been played like 20 times in the first 30 minutes of the stream tonight.
Welcome to our channel. We do what we want. Deal with it.
We should have just titled this like, hey, this will be the episode where Thor is just disgusted by everything. And Chris and Robert will talk in between episodes of Thor giving his displeasure. I mean, that's what this is turning into.
I'm okay with it.
So
this helps me feel better. I've been kind of down and I'm in pain and tired, and this is just the best.
So it was talked about. I don't know why this is still being announced. They're still announcing new cast members for Fast X, and this is like quickly becoming, I would say, like tied with Oppenheimer for having everyone involved in it. Like this is like the Avengers Endgame level of everyone in known existence is in this movie.
I mean, this is the Fast and Furious Infinity War.
Damn near, yeah.
Theoretically.
So Scott Eastwood is returning as Little Nobody. Maybe we might have some clue as to what Little Nobody has been up to, or what regular Nobody. I don't know.
Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody, Little Nobody.
Is Mr. Nobody still? Is he still alive? Did he die in this series at some point?
I can't remember. Was he in Hobbs and Shaw?
Was he?
I can't remember. Here's the thing, like, God bless the Fast and the Furious franchise, but it is quickly fading off into obscurity. Like, again, I've said this before. I have no real desire to really want to sit back and watch F9 again. Like, it's just very blah.
It's not quite. It's gonna the 10 and 11 are gonna make a ton of money in the box office, but then
absolutely, but yeah, and this might be part of it. Like, just the whole family thing is just getting so confusing, and
also we're learning something here. So the other cast member, who is
Rita Moreno,
joining as Dom's grandmother. So that theoretically puts us squarely with Dom's family being Latino of some aspect, Latin of some aspect. Probably, I'm guessing based on prior movies, a little Puerto Rican, a little Cuban. I was thinking also maybe a little Italian in there too, because where the hell does John Cena fit in? That dude is not Hispanic.
I've never seen him, so I don't know.
You've never seen John Cena? Oh, yeah, okay.
Really? Someone can still make that joke and it still works? Yeah, of course.
So... yeah, they did give him a pretty heavy spray tan for F9. So, you know, he fits in with that family somewhere. But It's interesting. Rita Moreno in a Fast and Furious movie. If we don't get like a race wars type scene between her and Helen Mirren, what are we even doing? What are we even doing?
That would be great. Anyways, anything else we want to talk about with Fast X, or do we just want to wait till like?
No, should I do like a
kicks everyone else off?
Should we do like a Fast and Furious watch also?
No.
Just have a bunch of like, here's the news today. Alan Ritchson made a video with Vin Diesel, apparently saying that Vin Diesel is a sweetheart and a humble guy. Probably was coerced into saying that to try to make it seem like he's actually a good guy after Justin Lin departed the project. Pushing it now. Starting to push it.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. This one was so nice, like transition there with that Thor. We got a new Thor trailer this week.
Segue.
We were all like just sitting here watching this like basketball game, I believe is what it's called, just waiting to see this Thor. They got a basketball game caught up in a Thor movie trailer, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know who decided to put a basketball game around a Thor trailer. You know, usually the I don't know, like the main star of the show here.
It's not the way I would market that movie.
No.
But whatever. Anyways, so Spurts. They dropped this trailer at some point during this basketball game and got a couple of things with this. Like, we did the trailer reaction to it. It looks gorgeous. Super excited, but in the time since, being able to sit down and analyze it and, you know, clip out portions of it for us to replay over and over and over on the tagline, there was a couple of things I feel like I wanted to like make sure we pointed out and mentioned about. So if you've seen the trailer, here's a couple of things I wanted to make sure, see if might derive some theories on. So got a couple of shots here.
Theories?
Some of these, huh?
We're doing theories?
Theories, yeah. We're doing theories about Thor. Thories? Thories? Interesting.
Thories.
Anyways. So helps that I have it typed up there. Anyways, I'm
damn it, show it.
I don't have that one. I've got other images of Gore, but I don't have that face. So speaking of Gore, let's talk about this real quick, because I know that was like the biggest reveal in this trailer is Gore. We see a couple of shots of him in different, besides the goofy face, we get this shot, which I feel like
Christian Bale.
Yeah, this is the most Christian Bale shot. Here's the thing, though, is like the other shots that we see of him, he looks like this, where he's like very gothic looking. He's got these scars all over. You notice that like the tattoos or whatever that is on his above his eyes, forehead, those have gone away and covered by scars and stuff now. I'm willing to bet this is going to be the shot of him when like we first see him, like his origin, basically. If you look at the background behind him, that kind of looks like the same like planet that they're on, that Thor's on with the Guardians of the Galaxy, while Thor's sitting at that tree or whatever with all the blue people that Korg is talking to, telling the story of. I think this might be like the origin of Gore. So for those of you who don't know who Gore is, I'm going to condense this extremely, extremely small. He's a guy that had a family on a planet and his family was dying. He would pray to the gods. They didn't answer. His family died. He came across this super powerful being, Null. Came across Null or whatever, ended up grabbing this sword called the All Black and ended up gaining superpowers and decided that, well, gods do exist. I see this person with superpowers, so these gods do exist. this entire time we've been praying to the gods and they don't care about us. They let my family die, so I'm going to go kill all the gods. That is the super short, condensed. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's just for 10-second.
That's a oversimplification to a degree.
Super oversimplification. I know Garth is in the chat. He'll probably type up more about it, but yeah. And there he is, right on cue. Yes. But yeah, there's a lot more to it. But that's probably all you really need to know in regards to how this movie is going to go. So I believe that this is gore before, like right after his family died, before he got the sword. We see him get the sword in the trailer. And then this is after he started laying waste to some gods and stuff, and hence like all the scars and blood and stuff on him.
Which brings up a major theory of mine that I'm pretty sure I've shared before. And I'm watching everybody online get worked up and crazy about he doesn't look like his comic book counterpart.
Yeah.
Which is true. He doesn't look like his comic book counterpart. His comic book counterpart has a weird alien face with no nose and some weird like tentacle things. We're definitely seeing two different versions of Gore physically, how he looks here in this trailer. I'm expecting that he undergoes a physical transformation in this movie. I would go as far as to hypothesize and guess that he will look more like his counterpart by the end of the film. I would expect that they move into that direction. So everyone who is maybe screaming out and complaining about how he looks right now, just hold on for that 2-hour runtime. Yeah, so he might look that way by the end of the movie, because I don't know that they kill off his character here. They could, they might. I don't know if they do that though. It's Christian Bale. It's kind of a big deal.
When you get someone expressive like Christian Bale, you don't hide his face or his nose like you do Ray Fiennes as Voldemort.
That as well. You don't do that for the entire movie. You would only do that for like the final battle. So he might undergo a transformation here.
Yeah. And kind of like what Garth is saying on here about how the all black sword, it does have ties to the symbiotes, including Venom in the comics. So very likely this could be a connection to how symbiotes exist within the MCU, even though we did see that one weird clip at the end of No Way Home where Venom is leaving behind a piece of a symbiote. Who knows if that actually is going to do anything, because at this point, Sony sucks as far as what they're doing, trying to attach to the MCU. So
tell me how you really feel.
I would, but I'd probably get told off on Twitter or something. I don't know.
It's Morbin time. All right. What's the next theory? Sorry.
The other one was that I thought was strange, and I have seen people talk about this in some form. We did see from the first trailer, we got that clip of Jane holding Mjolnir, and we saw her all armored up, and that was it. This one, we actually see her grab Mjolnir from Thor in the air, and then we immediately cut to a reaction of Thor, Jane. This shot here, obviously, if you see the trailer, Thor's wearing two different outfits. When Jane's grabbing Mjolnir, he's wearing like a furry cape and leather and stuff, and now all of a sudden he's in this armor with this goofy looking mask, which the mask, I said something about the mask being goofy looking, I think on Twitter or Discord or something, and Garth was getting after me about calling the mask goofy. It is. In real life, this is a goofy looking mask. In the comics, it works. It works drawn. It looks weird here.
I would posit that it's only goofy looking here because he himself looks green screened into the mask. It doesn't look like he's actually wearing it. That could be just I think that's just the lighting of the scene as well.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say is he looks like he's not actually here. He looks like he's like standing in front of a green screen, which I feel like is a lot like if y'all remember the trailer for Ragnarok, we got that shot of Hela destroying Mjolnir in what looks like some back alley or something, when in the movie she was actually out in a field. I believe that, like, in the movie, this is actually him trying to figure out his order at McDonald's. Like, he's not actually there. He's somewhere else, and he's just so confused by the menu items. Granted, the menu is behind him, but I like to think he's looking at a menu outside of McDonald's before going in. I don't know, but just like you could see, he doesn't seem to actually be there.
He's standing in the McDonald's. He's standing at the window, and he's looking out and into the parking lot, and he's wondering, do I actually want fries with that?
It's so stupid.
Their ice cream machine is working?
What? That's awesome.
The McRib is back. Hold on. This changes everything.
Should I buy an extra one for $1? The Otison has a hunger that cannot be satiated by one McRib alone. Anyways, that was my thought on that. I'm willing to bet that that's probably going to be like some other scene that he's in.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he himself there, like, it was definitely two different scenes, or two different parts of the same scene or whatever, spliced together in an awkward way. He's definitely green screened onto an environment that he's not actually standing in front of there. And then that's what I'm saying. Like, he himself, his face, everything looks green screened, keyed into the mask itself. Like, the mask isn't even supposed to be there. So again, this could be just the lighting and the weird shading on it. It just feels weird.
Hold on. That's my reaction right there.
McDonald's has Mexican pizza?
Anyways, no, what I actually think when watching that scene like over and over now, when he's fighting in like the leather fur stuff, definitely they're in the village of the new Asgard village. It looks like probably what he does is he summons Stormbreaker and then armors up to fight. He doesn't realize that that's Jane right away when she grabs Mjolnir. So
Yeah.
There's probably a little bit of one of those like stupid scenes that happen in all action movies where these two people are going to start fighting and they don't bother opening their mouths and trying to talk to each other. They just go straight into fighting. And I think that's what happens. They have a little bit of a fight first, and then she takes off her helmet, and that's when he's like, Jane, and then we see that.
Yeah, I think that is a little bit more accurate. I think he's gonna see her. Like, let's go Spider-Man No Way Home. Spoilers real quick, guys. When Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire first see each other, when they first jump into the scene, their first reaction is to shoot webs at each other because they take each other to be a threat. That's, I think, the kind of situation that we see happening here. Like, wait, this person's holding Mjolnir? This is a threat. Quick, super armor up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the other things I wanted to touch upon real quick, we see a lot of shots, and I'm just using this one as an example, but we see a lot of shots of Thor and Valkyrie fighting Gore in this black and white stylized planet that apparently Gore is like, I guess he's destroying or something. First of all, this is all these shots on black and white are absolutely gorgeous in this movie. We do see Valkyrie with one of Zeus's thunderbolts or lightning bolts, I guess. And that lightning bolt is it is causing light and color around her. At some points, Thor, when he's summoning lightning, he does get color put back onto him. So really gorgeous shots, very indicative of like the Frank Miller Sin City, the Spirit type of look to it.
I was gonna say, this right here looks like Thor 4, a Jane to kill for.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Anyways, I'm willing to bet that's going to be like the final battle of the movie, is all the black and white portions of it. So
I forgot my water.
Oh, you might need that. Hydrate. It's important. Anyways, that's just my theory on that. That's the end of the movie. This other one I want to talk about real quick. We see Jane in this like temple. I'm willing to bet these are all like statues of like cosmic beings that are pretty well known within the Marvel comics. On the far right there, we've got the Living Tribunal, who we've seen multiple times, has had multiple references. We saw Living Tribunal briefly in Multiverse of Madness. References in the first Doctor Strange. I think we've seen them briefly, like in What If or something like that.
Loki.
Loki. They had the head, the statue head in that whatever world that he was at towards the end.
Well said.
Back behind him definitely is the Watcher, Uatu from What If. On the far left, that skull looking thing, that's actually Death, the cosmic being of death. Next to that, I believe is Epoch. I don't know how you pronounce it, but and then next to him is, I believe, like, is it Infinity or in Eternity? One of those two. I can't remember which one. They're like brother and sister, Infinity and Eternity, and whichever one the sister is, that's her. So these are all like super high power cosmic beings. This is like a step before we get to essentially God of the Marvel Universe, which in the Marvel Universe, God is like what he above all, or one above all.
The one above all or something like that.
Which was supposed to be like Stan Lee at some point, but whatever. Anyways, so I thought that was cool seeing all of them. And then of course there's this shot that I'm going to theorize. We will be seeing Thor's butt in this movie. They're not going to blur that out.
And then we get to hear on Twitter all the complaints saying Thor Love and Thunder should have been rated R.
Because we saw his butt.
Like Multiverse of Madness should have been rated R because it was scary.
But we didn't see anyone's butt.
It was scary though.
I want to see a butt though.
There was some scariness.
Anyways. That's all the theories I kind of really have. I mean, I feel like everything else that I kind of like derive from that I've seen like all over. Yeah, Thories. I've seen like all over the internet already. I do want to kind of play around. If I had some time, I would love to go and like take the two trailers and kind of cut them up and put them like in order, and then kind of like see if I can formulate what the story is for that, and then just release that as a video. That might actually be kind of fun. But anyways, let's talk about some Star Wars. What's happening with Star Wars? Star Wars.
Nothing but Star Wars. Yeah, okay. How long has it been since we've talked about Star Wars?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. That's probably true. Yeah, so we got Star Wars Celebration this weekend. There is going to be all kinds of news about movies and TV shows and all sorts happening. And right now, we don't really have much, if anything, confirmed as to what we know for sure we're going to see. Other than, of course, we've got the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan premiering this weekend. So they're going to be probably premiered and shown at Star Wars Celebration as well. But outside of that, speculation runs rampant about what we're going to see in the galaxy far, far away. What we're excited for. Of which it is a great many things. So, first of all, potential new movies, potential new shows, all that stuff is always on the table. I know we talked about, or we saw briefly that, why am I blanking on his name now? Now that I'm live right now, a guy who directed Spider-Man.
John Watts.
John Watts. Got it without even seeing it. We got there. Love it when your brain finally remembers stuff. Talking about John Watts is going to be doing a Star Wars movie of some sort. So we might hear some ideas or some speculation as to what that might be. This Garth brings up a good point. Maybe we get some Rogue Squadron news. Is Patty Jenkins sticking around as director for that? Hopefully, because she seemed really, really passionate about the project. So I kind of really want to see her stick around for that. And when are they going to start production? When's it moving forward? all that kind of news. Hopefully we get something on that there. But on top of that, we got like shows and stuff happening. Obviously, Obi-Wan again is happening this weekend. But there's another Star Wars show that's supposed to come out this year. The Andor show, Cassian Andor's either series or miniseries.
It's like Andor what?
Andor.
Obi-Wan Andor.
Wow. Yeah, so we should be probably getting a trailer or something for that, I would expect. I would expect some kind of news, something in regards to that, as that I believe is coming out this year still.
That's supposed to be like September or something like that.
Yeah, later on.
When's do we know when Ahsoka's show is coming out?
Next year. Yeah, they just started production on Ahsoka, so we could actually get maybe a teaser. I'm not expecting a teaser for Ahsoka. I'm expecting maybe some light news, maybe some casting stuff for it. But I'm not expecting like a full-on teaser or anything for Ahsoka. Maybe like a planned release date or something. I don't know if they already shared that or not, but I expect them to talk a little bit about Ahsoka. Definitely about Andor. The Acolyte, I expect to hear something about that since that was announced back during the Investor Day meeting, or Investor Day, where they were showing off all the plans for everything, Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, all of that.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? Like, was that early last year or 2020 or something like that? They did it digitally, so.
I think it was like late last year. Like October, November.
No, that was not late last year. I'm talking about that was the investor day. That was like early 2021 or late 2020.
Okay. Was that also the one where they announced the Rogue Squadron movie? And we got that video of her like sitting on the trunk of her car, like in the middle of nowhere, talking about jets and stuff. Okay. Yeah, that was late 2020.
Yeah. So that's where they also announced the original season of Bad Batch. Maybe they could be talking about Bad Batch season 2. We should be hearing some kind of news on probably season 3 of Mandalorian, which I think is set to come out maybe this December, I believe, maybe, unless they pushed it back.
I thought that was still planned for like July.
This summer?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because we haven't seen any images of like set production or anything yet. And if it was July, we would have definitely seen that or seen a trailer or something for it by now.
Well, maybe Star Wars and Marvel are having like contests to see who could leak the least amount of information. And right now, Star Wars is winning by a landslide.
Who could wait the longest before they finally show a trailer?
Oh, that too. Yeah. Thor's like, here, hold my hammer. I'm gonna. Well, don't hold my hammer. You can't. But I mean,
good luck. Yeah. So no, I think Mandalorian season 3 is supposed to come out at the end of this year. In which case, we should be seeing some kind of information, maybe a teaser trailer on that or something on it.
Oh, that's right. Taika had a movie also that was like that weird like 60s 70s neon glow thing to it.
They've made interesting announcements where Taika is supposed to have a movie. There's a movie that Kevin Feige is supposed to be producing. It could be the same as Taika. It might be something completely different. There's been Rian Johnson's trilogy, which was talked about forever, that may or may not be just completely dead in the water.
Taika's, so if they're moving forward with Taika Waititi's movie, I guarantee they're probably not going to talk about it until after Thor Love and Thunder. When Thor Love and Thunder is like a gigantic success at the box office, they're like, hey, did you like this? Cool. Come watch Taika Waititi and Kevin Feige do a Star Wars movie now.
Yeah, I mean, that could be the case. It's Star Wars Celebration weekend, though, so I would imagine if they have anything to share on it, they'll probably still share it this weekend regardless of Thor.
Watch that be like a post-credit scene in Thor Love and Thunder.
No, what?
Yeah, that would be the twist. Is like all of a sudden at the end of Thor Love and Thunder, we see like him like flying past the Millennium Falcon or something. We're like, wait, like this all takes place in the same universe?
The midichlorians of madness. Yeah, where Star Wars is part of the Marvel multiverse, despite the fact that there's been multiple references to Star Wars films themselves within the MCU, so that can't possibly be the case.
Oh, that's right, because Peter did do the whole, like, did you see Empire Strikes Back and the twisting the legs of Ant-Man? Yeah, or Giant
And
Man.
the Death Star logo and Captain America in his little notebook had Star Wars in there.
They were putting together the Lego Death Star. Yeah, okay. That still would have been,
Now-
although hear me
Now-
out. We did the Multiverse of Madness. It is possible that Star Wars in this continuity, in like the 616 Marvel, Star Wars is a movie and TV or whatever, but Star Wars actually does exist in a real universe and it's crossing over.
That's what I was going to bring up, is the fact that maybe everything Star Wars came to George Lucas in a dream.
Yeah.
And based on the logic that we've been given in Multiverse of Madness, dreams are just alternate realities that we get to experience to some
Speaking
degree.
of which, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. Just
How's
in
that
general. Just in general.
How is that different than any other night?
It's not. But I mean, just feel like that was a good time to make it. I want to get back to that dream joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to youtube.com/cinefanatics. The show is the tagline, and we're here to talk about how much my brother loves his bed. So anyway, Star Wars news. There's going to be a lot of other fun things announced. We'll see, though. Kind of speculating. That's kind of the stuff I expect to be seen and heard. Maybe another anime show. I mean, we're talking about, like, there's all the talk about the High Republic. I know they've got a bunch of books and stuff out, but the High Republic at some point, I believe, is going to get like a TV show or a movie or something. And, you know, the only connective tissue we see there is that Yoda will be a younger gentleman at that point. Some 900 years ago. Probably more like 700 or something at that point. But either way, we're going to see a lot of interesting new directions that Star Wars could go in.
Hashtag horny Yoda.
Where he's trying to fight the urge to have a love. Maybe that's where Yaddle comes in.
Yaddle. Yoda makes Yaddle. Not happy with that one. Just go ahead and just click the Thor thing real quick. Worth it.
Wow. Yeah.
So Jeremy Miller's saying, like, J.D. Dillard. I don't know what this one is.
Yeah, I haven't heard about this one, actually.
I don't know who J.D. Dillard is.
I know they're probably talking about doing another season of the of that Visions animated show also.
Okay.
Which I didn't really. So for me, I didn't really dive into Visions all that much. It wasn't really kind of my thing. I think I watched like a couple episodes of it, and I was like, okay, well, I see what they're doing with this. This isn't really vibing with me as much.
Like, weren't we comparing that to the Animatrix?
Sort of.
Where it's other Star Wars stories within the Star Wars universe, but we're putting like some different animated styles to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be loose because there's some stuff that I don't know. I don't know if they considered anything that happened in Visions to actually be canon. Actually, I don't think any of it was actually to be considered canon, but it was just alternate takes on the Star Wars reality with different animation styles. Because there was like other like Jedi and stuff that appeared in there that aren't canon to any current story.
Yeah. Anyways, anything else we got coming out? Potentially, maybe, hopefully.
Nothing too much outside of that. I mean, there's always a reality. There's always a world where they're gonna like spring a surprise on us and be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, got Book of Boba Fett season 2 is happening. Also, we're doing an entire Babu Frick series."
Hey!
And to which the entire crowd will respond in that fashion.
And I hope to God someone's recording. In fact, that would be one of those when they do that, they make that announcement. I want someone to be like, hey, those of y'all that have like your phones on you. So everyone, go ahead and pull out your phones. Oh, you already have them out. Okay. Well, I want you to record this one thing in particular. Oh, you're already recording. Okay. So we're just gonna continue with this announcement.
Ian McDermott, can you come out here and announce this one for us? Roll the footage.
Yeah.
It's Babu Frick. Hey!
That's the thing. And I'll say this, like I miss having these productions as far as like announcement stuff. Like I miss like Marvel's production at Hall H at Comic-Con. That one that Marvel did back in 2014 where they were announcing all their new movies, and that's where they announced like Captain America Civil War, and they showed that clip that ended with Thanos holding the Infinity Gauntlet, and you hear the crowd just losing their minds. I loved those, and I miss seeing those. I want to see that again for like Star Wars, Marvel, kind of like pretty close to like how Apple does their shows every couple of months where they're rolling out like footage of the new iPhone or something like that. I like those kinds of things.
I think that was also the same one where they announced Chadwick Boseman was playing T'Challa.
Yes, they did. They brought him out as well. So yeah, I love that. I would love to see more of them doing stuff like that.
Yeah. I think we've taken a pretty good journey here because we got Obi-Wan coming out this weekend. And I remember when they first announced the Obi-Wan show was coming, like, was it a year and a half, 2 years ago or something like that? However long it's been. And Kathleen Kennedy brought Ewan McGregor out on stage, and Ewan was like, Kathleen, ask me one more time, am I going to be playing Obi-Wan again? Yeah. And she did the Ewan, are you going to be playing Obi-Wan again? And he said, yes. And everyone's like, it's happening.
Yeah, those are so much fun to watch.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. I've said this before. I'll go back and watch that Marvel presentation from 2014. I watch that one every couple of months or so, and I still get goosebumps during that presentation. When it switches to Thanos with the glove, is so gorgeous. And then hearing the audience reaction and cheering once they realize what's on the screen, love it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm talking about. They could pop out some kind of crazy surprise announcement like that, and it would be wonderful. But
I see your $20 and I raise you another 100. He's going to do that.
Oh yeah.
Hello there.
Here's the thing. I can guarantee you when the Obi-Wan skin drops in Fortnite and I play it over on twitch.tv/ChrisAdamsMLP, that every time I, as Obi-Wan, stumble upon another Fortnite player, I will also be going, hello there. And then when I inevitably take them out, should I not lose that skirmish, I will say, so uncivilized. So if that's just not a big sell for you to come hang out with me over on Twitch, I don't know what is.
So Jeremy Miller, this was a good one too, where they pulled out what's his face, Stan Wick. He played General Stan Wick. They pulled
Harry Lennox.
Harry Lennox, yeah. They pulled him out, and he stood at that podium and he read the clip. He read a bit from The Dark Knight Returns about Batman taking on Superman, and then the screen went dark. The whole room went dark, and then the Batman versus Superman logo came up on the screen, and everyone lost their minds. And then the movie came out, and we're like, okay.
Yeah, the movie came out and we did what?
We went, yeah. It's exactly what we did. Oh, verbatim.
Yeah.
I even looked like that when it came out too.
Yeah. So I'm expecting some really good Star Wars, all the good Star Wars happening this weekend. I would also expect that we're probably going to revisit this topic of Star Wars next week on the Tagline as well, where we chat about what they did actually announce and what it means to us as a movie channel, or us as fans of Star Wars.
I'm going to use the same exact thumbnail. I'm just going to replace the characters on the thumbnail with the ones that actually get announced during Celebration. So,
and
probably not going to do that, but the what?
I said, and a Paw Patrol character.
And a Paw Patrol character. Probably not. But anyways, yeah. Kind of wish we were going to Celebration. It's in Anaheim, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's at the Anaheim Convention Center.
Yeah, they were initially going to do a Star Wars Schmodown match around that time, but no live events this year, so they nixed that one.
So they're doing Star Wars Celebration at Star Trek Starfleet. That works.
According to the Picard show, yes.
According to Picard, yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah, so wish we were going. One day we will go to Star Wars Celebration and see all of our friends there.
We will do all the things. We will do Star Wars Celebration. We will do Comic-Con. We will do all of the stuff someday.
But the best way to be able to get there is for this channel to continue to grow. So make sure you follow us on YouTube, patreon.com/cinefanatics. Before we get to a full recap of ending this show, let's cover what else we've got going on.
Yes.
Like this Saturday, we will be doing the marquee of Tom Cruise action movies with special guest PJ Campbell. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about this because I have not been spending the past month and a half watching all these Tom Cruise movies for nothing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here's the thing.
Including American Made, which is not going to be on the list.
Yeah, including The Mummy.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely.
Here's one thing, though, and I'll mention it here. I'll probably mention it on Saturday also. Because of watching all these movies, and specifically Last Samurai last night, Tom Cruise is a really good actor. He's not just a pretty face running and driving a motorcycle and stunts and stuff. He actually is a really good actor. There are so many times I forgot it was Tom Cruise while watching The Last Samurai last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I have found a newfound appreciation for his acting, his thespian skills. So I'm excited to talk about Tom Cruise this weekend. So that will be the marquee this weekend, this Saturday night, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern.
Good old Thomas Maypother.
The third.
The third.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else that we need to cover? We're gonna go see Top Gun Maverick tomorrow, so of course, be on the lookout for our quick 2-minute review straight out of the theater. Afterwards, I expect it's gonna be good. So expect. Yeah, we do. I mean, in all honesty, I think that's exactly why that was watched because.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing: looking through the list of movies that we're gonna be ranking. I'll be honest, I have a really hard time finding anything else that I would want to immediately, without question, throw into F tier.
But y'all should tune in anyway because you never know where I'm going to stick Top Gun.
Oh, yeah. Of course, he's
or Minority Report.
Yeah, he's going to come in with those weird takes like he always does. Let's throw Batman 89 in F tier, you loony.
Weird takes like I did just for only the last two marquees.
I mean, you're setting a precedence here that any movie that we all like, you're just going to throw into F. So will this continue? You'll see on Saturday. It was such the weirdest promotion line ever.
Pretty sure. Did I put Batman 89 in F tier? I thought it was D tier.
I think you put it D tier, but I mean, I'm exaggerating just a little, just for funsies.
Get your head out of nostalgia. It's not as good as some of these other Batman movies. The Dark Knight trilogy is better than Batman 89. Deal with it.
Okay. Well, way to sell people on coming back and watching us give our opinion about anything else, actually.
Come back and yell at me.
Oh, they will. They will. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we got coming up. Make sure you follow us at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me, Robert Adams MLP, on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Please follow me on Twitter. Please. Be great. Thanks. Chris?
You can follow me also on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Chris Adams MLP, as well as twitch.tv/Chris Adams MLP. Again, we are starting a new game, an old game. We're going to go through the Metroid Prime trilogy on Monday, so come hang out. It's going to be it's a fun sort of horror, not quite horror, space first-person shooter type situation. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a challenge, and you're gonna watch me die multiple times because the last time I played this game, I used a cheating device, and so I couldn't die. And now I'm not. And now I'm gonna die every corner. So this is gonna be fun. Is this the hard sell? This is the hard sell, right? Come watch me get frustrated.
I want to know more about this cheating device. Was it a Game Genie?
It was the Game Genie of the time. It's called an Action Replay.
Oh, okay. I was like, do they still make Game Genies?
Game Shark. It went from Game Genie to Game Shark to Action Replay.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so make sure you follow them over there. Make sure you like this channel. Comment down below if you are watching this on a replay. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe. That's going to do it for tonight, y'all. This is actually probably like one of our shortest episodes. But, there really wasn't a whole lot of news. So, anyways, yeah. Hopefully there will be a lot more to talk about next week, and we'll see. There's no fans view of film favorites tonight, so feel free to go do whatever you're going to do. So, yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all all have a great evening. We will see y'all this Saturday for the marquee. And where is that footage to roll? Good night, y'all.